Hey guys, it's Meridy here, and today I'm here with our Thankful mini kit for the month of November of 2023. And this mini kit is just a small kit that we sell at an extreme discount, a deep discount, and it's very basic mini, and it does not come with printed instructions, but I am going to put together two 12 by 12 layouts in this video using the kit, or you can butt the layouts up next to each other to make a double page layout, since the supplies are obviously the same supplies on both sides. So let's just get started. First, I'll tell you what is in the kit. Your mini kit is going to include one Echo Park Fall Fever element sticker sheet, one Echo Park Fall Fever paper called Falling for Fall, one Echo Park Fall Fever paper called Journaling Cards, one Echo Park Fall Fever floral paper, and one Echo Park Fall Fever paper, it's blue and brown, and then 2 sheets of white cardstock. And then the photos that I'm going to use for this layout, I'm going to use 2 4x6 photos that are landscape orientation, 2 4x6 photos on the other layout that are portrait orientation. And all of the photos, you're going to trim 1/4 inch off of 2 sides so that they're slightly smaller than 4x6 and 3x4. And that just makes them easier to mat. On my original layout with my actual real photos, I used 2 4x6 photos and kind of put them together to kind of form a generic panoramic picture, but we're not going to do this for this layout. We're going to use them separate. Okay, so let's start out by matting our pictures. So you're going to pick 2 of these cut aparts that you don't mind wasting, because you're just going to use them to mat the 3x4 photos. So you can cut all of these apart because we'll use different combinations of them, and you're going to want to pick which ones go with your pictures better. But we're going to mat the 2 3x4 photos. So the first one I'm going to mat on this light blue that says Let's Get Cozy. I'm not worried about using the Let's Get Cozy covering that up. And I'm going to mat my other one on this navy blue. On this navy blue one that says Home. So I'm just going to take my 3x4 photos, and since I trimmed them down a little bit, they fit perfectly on these 3x4 cards. So one will mat there and one will mat here. And then we're going to mat our 4x6, our 2 big 4x6 photos. We're going to go ahead and mat them on one of the white sheets of paper. So you can just cut 6 inch by 4 inch mats of the white. This is all extra. We're not even going to use that. And it's going to be a little hard to see the white on white, but just know that these white papers that represent my pictures are matted on the white paper. Okay, so we've got that done. I'm going to put the pictures off to the side. And I'm going to put these off to the side too. And then let's trim the branding strips off of the rest of the paper. That'll be an easy part that we're going to do. Get all those branding strips off. This navy or this blue paper right here, this is going to be the background of one layout, and the white is going to be the background of the other layout. Let's just start with doing this first. So we've got this piece of red buffalo plaid paper, and on the back is florals, but it's so much easier to do this step on the buffalo plaid side, because what you're going to do is take a ruler and an X-Acto knife, put it at one corner all the way to the other corner, and just cut right there. But my healing mat isn't big enough to make it in one big cut, so I'm going to do this in a couple of steps. So we're just going to diagonally cut this in half. It will not fit in my paper trimmer, that's why I'm using the ruler and X-Acto knife. But if it fits in your paper trimmer, you can just cut it in your paper trimmer. Okay. And then after you cut it, we're going to keep one piece off to the side. And you're gonna cut like, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 of an inch, not quite a 1/2 of an inch, but more than a 1/4 of an inch off, just right there, because we're gonna use that on our layout too. So just cut that little strip off. Okay. Now we're gonna turn to the blue paper that we've got here, and we're gonna put this, I left a little blue showing on both sides, but you could butt it all the way up to the corner. It would be fine too. But I like it with the little, the little border of blue showing. And we're gonna put the floral side facing up. So do not put adhesive on the floral side, like I just did. Okay, so a little of the blue showing. Just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this piece that we trimmed off. You know, let's do this next. On your sticker sheet, there is the scalloped sticker, and it's not even 12 inches long, but we don't really need it to be 12 inches long. We're just gonna put it down right about there with a little gap. And then we're gonna do the top. And I'm making it go off the edge a little bit, off the top and off the bottom. So you might not be able to see that. It's going off the bottom. Then we're gonna come in with this piece and put it right there over that seam to cover up the blue. And then we could take our scissors here and trim away what we don't want. Okay, I'll do the same thing up here. Just trim away the excess. Okay. So that's the background of this layout. And we're going to use the two 4x6 photos. You can either put them next to each other. I did mine like one panoramic photo, but I'm gonna stagger these for this layout. Which way should I stagger them? I think I'll do it this way. Okay, and then we have one of these journaling cards, one of these cut apart cards that we used. Oh. This one with the circle on it. We're gonna go ahead and cut that off. And we're gonna fussy cut the circle out, and I'm just doing this super, super fast. And the more I concentrate, the more uneven the circle will be. So I'm just gonna do it quickly. Okay, and that is gonna pop up here. I'm gonna cut the bottom off to use on another part since it's gonna be buried up there. So we can go ahead and put that up here. Okay, and then another card that we're going to use on this one, or that I used on this one, is this card with the flowers. This card right here, and I just used the flower part. So we can go ahead and trim that off. And then trim off the flowers, and we'll use those. And I'm going to stick this up in here. We're going to need this orange paper. And before we can use it for what we're needing it for right now, we're going to cut 2 strips that are each 1 inch off of the side, and then 2 strips that are 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut 1 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 1.5 inches. We're going to use these for the other page. So now we're left with this, which would be 7 inches wide. And I completely forgot, we're going to mat these on this. Sorry that I forgot that step. I'm trying to go too fast. So we'll mat each of these pictures. Now we can get that ready. Whoop. Okay, and then we're going to cut off a little scrap of this about 1 inch wide and about 3.5 inches long. And we're just going to put it right up there at the top. And then this little circle that we cut off of that one, we'll put up there too. Okay, and then we're going to come in with our stickers, and you can use all the same stickers that I use, or of course different stickers as you want. I'm going to put the title down first, which is going to be Family Traditions Together, and I'm going to make the word family go right there. So I'll put Traditions Together right here. Oh, that's crooked. Traditions Together. And then I'll put the word family above that. I am going to wedge this little pumpkin basket in there. And put family starting right about there. So obviously there's other titles that you can use from this autumn: Memories, Gather Together, Family Traditions. You don't have to make your title be the same 3 words that I make, but I will tell you on the other layout that I made, I used the word autumn and the word gather, and I kind of jumbled up the letters to spell my own title that fit with my picture. So that's always an option. You have all the word family, the word autumn, and the word gather that are individual letters. So you can mix and match the letters to spell something different if you want. Okay, now we'll put the pies on here. And then I'm gonna put this little slice of pie on there too, and I'm gonna pop it up on foam tape. So I've got a little piece of foam tape here. And there are more stickers that I don't use on this that you can add. It just kind of depends what you've used on your second layout that you're making. Let's see, I'm gonna add one more sticker up here to kind of bring my eye up there. I'm gonna put it up on foam tape too. So this is a fairly simple layout, but it's super cute. If you wanted to add a little splatters of gold mist, that would be really pretty too on this one, I think. So that is the first part. Now moving on to the next page, this mat, because we're gonna need it again. We're gonna get this other half of the triangle that we cut, and we're gonna cut diagonally. Again, use it on this side. It's easier to line up because you just line it up right through the plaid. So it's pretty easy to line up. So you're gonna cut it just like that. Then we're gonna do a tricky thing that I'm gonna teach you. So this piece you can put off to the side. This piece we're gonna take with our paper trimmer and do a little tricky cutting to it. I'll show you what I mean. You're going to cut from right here. Okay, this is the long side at the top. right? The long sides at the top. You're gonna cut from right here to there and back up, but you're not gonna cut the M all the way off at the bottom. You're just gonna cut about a 1/2 inch away from the edge, like that, and only cut to right there, and then turn it and do the same thing on the other side with just about as much paper left. Okay, so now you've got this V and this. Okay, that's the tricky part. Then we're gonna get the other sheet of white paper that we have. I think we're done with the cutting mat at this point. We still are gonna need these 3 pieces. And we're going to need these. And then I used the Hello Pumpkin. And I believe one of these cards, whichever card you feel like you don't need. So, first, this is gonna lay at the top. Then this is gonna go next. Okay, so that's why we cut it. That was just the back side of each other. That's what we sliced out. Then you're gonna take the 1.5 inch strips that you cut of this paper, and those are gonna go next. You don't need to try to cut them super carefully right now because we'll fix this middle overlapping part in a minute. But we're gonna do that, and we're gonna adhere all of this down. Let me grab my pictures here. So we're gonna start adhering all of this down, and we're gonna start at the top. And we're just gonna line it up right at the top, right in the middle. So there's equal distance right there and right there. It's hard to see when I've got the video there and I can't lift my head over there. So we got that one down. And next we're gonna put down this thin little V shape that we have. Again, I'm gonna turn the paper so that I can do it a little more careful. I'm gonna add a little adhesive down here where it's not wanting to stick. Okay, and then next we're gonna add the 1.5 inch thick strip. We're gonna make the leaves show. And just let it go right off the edge. It's fine. But make sure it overlaps pretty far down here so that they crisscross each other and right off the edge. And then we're gonna add the 1 inch thick strip right here and right here. Okay, now to even this middle part up, we're just gonna take scissors and cut straight up the middle. And we're gonna do that again right here. Just cut straight up the middle. And they're nice and mitered. Now we can add a little adhesive there if you want, if those are popping up. Okay, and then we're gonna take this on either your paper trimmer or your scissors and just cut off the excess. And that's the easiest way to do this. Trying to measure these papers and cut at the right angle ahead of time is a little difficult. So it's just easier to glue them down and then trim off the excess. All right, now we've got our 2 photos. Oh, and then I also used, okay, this one that says Autumn Leaves a Smile on My Face, but I didn't want it to say Autumn Leaves a Smile on My Face. I wanted it to say, Hey Pumpkin. So what I did is I cut this card out. I cut this card out, and then I fussy cut this Hello Pumpkin out. I'll do that off camera. It'll be done in a second. Of course, you don't have to do this part if you like the saying, autumn leaves a smile on my face, then don't fussy cut this part out. But if you want it to say Hello Pumpkin, fussy cut that out, get a few pieces of foam tape, and pop this right up, covering right up the autumn leaves a smile on my face. It just, this little Hello Pumpkin matched my photos that I used a little bit better. And it fits perfectly over that. You can't even tell that there was anything else there. Okay, and then you've got another card that I don't want, and that's gonna mat under here. And then we've got this crazy red shape. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make one 3x4 card out of this. So I'm just gonna cut it 3x4 out of that corner, okay? Do you see how I did that? I cut the 3x4 out of the bottom corner. It was like that, and I just cut the 3x4 out of this space right here. And then that is gonna wedge in here. Nope, it's gonna wedge up here. Okay. And then I just need another little scrap of this, so I'm just gonna cut straight across. So I just cut the top off. I'm gonna wedge this underneath here. Okay, and then we can start adhering these pieces down. And I'm not gonna adhere them put the adhesive super close to the edges, because I wanna be able to slide stickers and stuff underneath. So just kind of put the adhesive in the middle for now. And then, so this guy's all on there. And then we'll get this one adhered down. And then we'll wedge this up underneath that. And then this little card can go right there. And then all we have left now, I'm gonna make this a little bit straighter. All we have left now is adding stickers. And I added quite a few stickers to this one. So I added the little house, and I didn't use the whole house. I just wanted something to ground my title. So I kind of put most of the house hidden. And I called mine Cute Hat because mine was a picture of my son in a cute hat. And the letters cute and hat can come out of here. I cut the G to make it a C. And then it's spelled out Cute Hat. C-U-T-E-H-A-T, okay? But I am gonna put autumn for this one because it's there and easier. So I'll just put the title autumn. Oh, and you know what I did underneath of the A? I used this pumpkin with all these little flowers coming out, and I set him, at least these stickers are pretty forgiving. I set him right there to kind of underlap. Okay, so I got all those. And then I went and used a bunch of stickers to make the rest of my title. But the beauty of fall, what I did is I popped it up on foam tape, and I didn't want to read the part that says the beauty of fall. I wanted it to just say memories using this word memories right here. So I popped it up on foam tape. I took the word memories. I covered it right up in the middle so you can't even see the words. And that is my new little title bit that I used down here. But I did layer that with a bunch of leaves. So I put a blue one right there and this yellow one up here. I did put this little pumpkin and this little red leaf, this one on the side. Okay, put those guys right there. Now I think I can take off this and stick it down. Okay, and then I put another tall pumpkin next to this, and then a little green leaf coming over here. And then I took this yellow gourd pumpkin squash thing, whatever it may be, and I used foam adhesive on the back of it too to pop it up a little. And I put it right there. Okay, and then I used a bunch more little leaves and embellishments on this side. I used an orange one and the green one, and then a tiny little blue one, because I wanted to bring that light blue over on that side as well, because we've got light blue on this side, so I wanted to bring some over there. And then this blue sweater, got that in there, just to bring a little more blue over there. And then I put this pumpkin also on foam tape right there. And as you could tell, like, I just layered things as much as possible. The little apple, and then I also used, because I felt like this side needed a little bit of red. Let me show you. See, I had some red going on over there, and I needed a little red maroon color right there. And then a little green leaf, I believe I used this one, sticking out from under there. And then I used a couple acorns, so I forgot. I used this acorn right in there. And then this little acorn I placed down here. Okay. And that is that layout, I believe. So that came together really quick. And as you can tell, you know, even though we had a limited number of supplies, we made two cute layouts. They can, of course, sit together in your album like this, or go on two separate pages in your album. And you still have quite a few stickers here that you can add as embellishments, you know, some more flowers and more leaves. Just kind of throw them in where you want. But thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this mini kit and this simple process video. See you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.